Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue with Act 3, Scene 2. I have already posted a video on the previous lines till the part where Bassanio has made the choice of casket. And now we will proceed further with what happens after Bassanio makes his choice. Let us see. I'll begin from Portia's statement. What was her feelings after Bassanio has made the choice of casket? The lines begin as, how all the others' passions fleet to air. Portia is extremely delighted. She is extremely happy after knowing that Bassanio has won the lottery of casket by choosing the lead casket. He has not gone by the outer appearance, but he has gone by the internal beauty of the casket. She just says, as doubtful thoughts, she is very doubtful about her thoughts, her feelings, and rash embrace to disappear, and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy. She's talking about all sorts of emotions that is in her. She says that I was doubtful till now that whether Bassanio will be able to make the correct choice or not. She was rashly convinced. She just says that she was entrapped in certain feelings and she was fearing, she was trembling with fear whether the things will be positive or not. And there was a sort of jealousy, mixed feeling of jealousy within her that has gone all aloof, has all vanished. She just says, oh love, be moderate. The feeling is that she has finally been able to win Bassanio. So she says that, oh love, the happiness within her should be moderate. Ali thy ecstasy. She says that I want to have control over this feeling because it is excessive. In measure reign thy joy. She says that this happiness, this joy is falling in excess. Scant this excess. She just says that I want to limit this excess of happiness. I feel too much thy blessing. She says that she has felt that the blessing has been extreme, has been enough. Let it be moderate, let it be made less. For fear I suffer. She says, make it less. Because I fear that I will not be able to control this happiness to a great extent. Bassanio was listening to all these things and he just says, what find I here? When he just goes towards the the leaden casket, he just opens it and he just says that pale Portia's counterfeit. As we all know that there was a portrait of Portia within it. So he just takes it out and says that, oh, what is this? It is the portrait of beautiful Portia. What demigod had come so near creation? When he just sees to the portrait, he says that it appears that some god like human has made this beautiful portrait. Move these eyes. When he looked towards the portrait, he just says that how beautiful the eyes are made. He is actually appreciating Portia's beautiful portrait. He says that look in these eyes, move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine. He says that it appears as if they are making my eyes also move. Such beautiful eyes. Seem they in motion, they appear to be moving. Here are severed lips, parted with sugar breath, so sweet a bar should shudder such sweet friends. Here in her hairs the painter plays a spider and hath woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men faster than grandson cobwebs. Understand this? While appreciating the portrait of Portia, he says that how beautiful these lips are made. If you part those lips, it appears that it's just making them, the upper lip and the lower lip is made separated. They are like close friends. They are only separated by the sweet breath that Portia is taking. So sweet, and that the taking of breath is a barrier between such good friends. Understand this line. He just says that these beautiful hairs, Portia's hair is so beautiful that it appears as if that while drawing or while painting the hairs of Portia, the painter has made it like a cobweb. I hope all of you have seen this spider, no? He makes such a beautiful web if you look closely to it, you will feel that some sort of different mastery over that web is done. In the similar way, the uh, painter over here has drawn the hair of Portia. It looks as if it is meant to entrap the most beautiful, wisest man even faster than the spider catches its prey in its cobwebs. But her eyes, again he just comes back to the expression of beauty in Portia's eyes. How could he see to do them? He just says that it was so beautifully made that even the painter would have not been able to look into those eyes after painting it. It was so beautiful that it has the power. Having made one, methinks it should have the power to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished. He says that the painter, after making these beautiful eyes, would have himself gone blind, because such are the eyes, such beautiful are the eyes, so expressive, so impressive, that the painter would have not been able to make it more beautiful. Yet look how far the substance of my praise doth wrong this shadow in underpraising it. Bassanio feels that he is not praising Portia to a vast extent. Okay, he has just expressed it, but he feels that he was not able to praise Portia in more, because in substance, in reality, Portia is much more beautiful than in this portrait. He just says this line, so far the shadow doth limn behind the substance. He says that real Portia is much beautiful than this mere portrait, and he is undervaluing Portia by praising her less. Here's the scroll, the continental summary of my fortune. He just takes out. We already know that in each of the casket there was a written scroll. Prince of Morocco, when he chose the gold casket, he also got that scroll. Prince of Aragon, after choosing silver casket, has got that scroll, and things were written. And so this is a chance for Bassanio and what was written in the lead casket. Let us see what it is. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. It's clearly written that you have not chosen only by the outer appearance. You have not chosen only by the looks. You were not you did not go to choose by the outer or external appearance of the lead casket, because it was pale, we already know. So Bassanio has not chosen on that ground. May you be fortunate and choose as truly as you have done. It is just said that you are fortunate that you have chosen this, and be satisfied, be content after choosing that, and never seek for anything other than that, because you have won Portia. If you be well pleased with this and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn where your lady is and claim her with a loving kiss. He just says that if you are pleased, if you are satisfied with what fortune, what luck has given you, and you consider yourself to be fortunate, let joy be there, and just go towards your beloved, go towards Portia and claim her to be yours by giving her a kiss. A gentle scrawl, Bassanio says that what a polite remark. Fair lady, by your leave. He just gets closer to Portia and says that, fair lady, I have come to you. And he kisses her. I came by note to give and to receive. He says that I have just got the permission. I have come with the scroll to just give and receive from you. Give one of two contending in a prize, that things he had done well in people's eyes. He says that I am like one of those competing for prize, and all the people standing here are the viewers of my competition. Hearing applause and universal shout, there was a lot of happiness, there was a shout, people were excited. Giddy in spirit, still gazing, he says that I'm just excited by all these things happening, but there is a giddiness in myself and I am like in doubt. He says that I'm confused, I'm in doubt whether all these praises which are being done, is it for me or not? So thrice fair lady, stand I even so. He just says that I'm standing here in front of you, Portia. Fair lady, I'm here in front of you. If at all what has been done is true, what is reality, I want it to be confirmed, signed and ratified by you. He says that I want approval from you. You just confirm that what is happening in reality. Now, children, understand this, that Bassanio also here is like there was a sort of competition, this lottery of casket, and winning this was important both for Bassanio as well as Portia. And after you get what you want, love is not meant to be for everyone. It is not to be togetherness. Sometimes it's not. So they both, as Portia was an obedient daughter, she cannot go against her father's wish. And her heartfelt desire was that Bassanio should win. And she has also said this, that if our love will be true, you will be able to find me out in one of these caskets. And finally that happiness has become reality. So the happiness which was shared between both of them was inexpressible. So Bassanio says that he was feeling giddy. We just pinch someone and make sure what is happening is reality or false. So in the similar way, that feeling of happiness, of attainment of his love was felt by Bassanio. Portia's expression we have already read. Portia now is confident enough. We will see now from here, we'll see that how Portia's character will transform. Till now we have seen her as an obedient daughter, loving, caring, all sorts of things. We have also seen that Portia was not happy with this choice of casket. But Nerissa supported her, stating that whosoever will love her, in reality will be able to win her. So that winning, we have seen that yes, in reality, Bassanio was able to become a proper suitor for Portia. Let us see how she expresses her feelings and how things would change. You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand such as I am. Portia says that you see me, Bassanio, that I am standing as I am in front of you. In reality, though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish. Portia says that I am sufficient with what I have. For myself alone, I am not at all ambitious. I don't want anything more for myself. To wish myself much better yet for you. She says, I want to become better, but I only want to become better for you. I would be troubled 20 times myself. She says that I want to become 60 times myself. What I am, I want to improve myself 60 times more. Yet for you, I would be troubled 20 times myself. 1,000 times more fair she wants to be. Here the word fair does not mean her complexion, okay? Don't get confused with it. Fair over here means more applicable, more justifiable and more better in her standard or in situation. So she says that I want to make myself 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich. She also wants to grow rich. That is 10 times more. 10,000 times more than what she is now. That only to stand high in your account. And she only wants to do all this, that is for Bassanio. In his account, I might be, she says that I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends exceed account. But the full sum of me is the sum of something which to term is gross. She says that maybe I have a lot of friends. Maybe I am so virtuous, so good in my living, friends. But Still, the complete sum of me, the total of me is sum of something, which to term is gross. She says, but if you will evaluate me completely, is just simple girl, an unlessoned girl. She says that I am not well lessoned. She says unschooled. Okay, again unschooled over here. Don't make it that she has never been to school. Okay, it's just unschooled means schooling actually means a repeated practice of doing something. So she says that I am unpracticed. She uses untrained, you can say untrained, uneducated. Here uneducated again does not relate to education, it's just the way of learning. Unpracticed, she has said that I have not been in practice for a long. Happy in this, she is not yet so old. She says that I am happy. I'm happy about the fact that I'm not so old that I cannot learn. Happier than this, she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. She says that I am well bred. Okay, I can learn new things and I can practice new things. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirits commits itself to yours to be directed. She says that she is happy, that she is going to begin a new life with Bassanio, and she will be training herself according to his commands and his directions. She's ready to learn new things according to Bassanio's directions. As from her lord, whatever in this mansion, she is a princess after all, and she lives in a mansion. So she says that whatever is there, the lord, her governor, her king, everyone who works in her palace, myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. She says that it was all mine, the governor, the palace, the people who worked, servants, lord, everyone is now converted, is now shared with you. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion. She says that I was the only leader or the princess of this palace, master of my servants. I only look after my servants. I was the master of them, queen over myself. I was the queen here. And even now, but now, this house, she says, even now, from now on, this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours, my lord. She says that whatever was there, myself, the palace, the king, the everything, and me also is for you, my lord. I give them with this ring. She just gives a ring. You can consider it as a engagement ring, or you can take it as a marriage ring. She just gives that ring to Bassanio to claim him to be completely hers. She offers a ring to him and she says, which when you part from, lose or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love and be my vantage to a claim to you. Portia, while offering that ring to Bassanio, clearly states that the moment you see, I'm giving you this ring with lot of oaths and affirmation. If at all this ring misses from your finger, I will have the power, you can say, or the authority to question you about my love to you. And that will be my opportunity to say that from your heart, my love has vanished. The moment I see this ring disappearing from your finger. And that will be an opportunity for me to accuse you, blame you for anything that happens. I hope this is clear to you. From here we start the ring episode, Portia offering Bassanio. That's the most important part of the play Merchant of Venice. Moving ahead, Bassanio has become the master of Portia's palace in Belmont. Let's see what he says. Madam, you have buffeted me of all words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins, and there is such confusion in my powers, as after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude. Bassanio says, Madam, There is a lot of feelings in his heart. He says, "Madam, you have deprived me of words. I have no words to speak. Only my blood running in my veins speaks to you. Only the blood which is in my veins will talk to you, will speak to you. And there is so much confusions in my thoughts." He says that there is a lot of mingling of thoughts in my mind that I should speak. I know that after having becoming a monarch or a king, people go for oration, but I have no words to speak. There doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude. He is feeling that there is a lot of applause among the delighted audience. They're so excited. And here, all the feelings have been mixed together, where every something being blent together turns to a while of nothing save of joy, expressed and not expressed. It says that there is a wild confusion. Everything is intermingled. There is a lot of excitement. There is a lot of curiosity among the people. So I have no words to speak. But there are lots of feelings which are expressed and unexpressed. But, he says, but this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. But he replies to Portia, stating that the day you find this ring missing from my finger, oh, then be bold to say Bassanio is dead. He says that be very open, be very bold to say that Bassanio has died. Indirectly, he confesses Portia that his love for Portia is determined love. She will never find this ring missing from his finger. Only at the time when he is dead will that be the ring missing from his finger. Nerissa is also too excited. She was going on listening to the conversation which was going between Portia and Bassanio. She says, "Nerissa, my lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, to cry good joy, my lord and lady." Nerissa says that, "My lord and lady, it is now time for us to wish you good, have stood by, and all the hopes and desires have come true. So let joy be yours and always." The Gratiano too says the same thing, but we will have something interesting from the part of Gratiano here, which will make you laugh. It's a bit humorous. "My lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I am sure you can wish none from me." He says that, "I wish you a lot of happiness and joy as you both have come together." And he just says one thing. He says that, "And when your honors mean to solemnize, when you both are getting engaged, the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you." He says that while you are celebrating your engagement, I request you, I do beseech you, even at that time I may be married too. All of a sudden a burst. He just says, I also want to get married at the time when you people are getting married. Bassanio, "With all my heart, so thou canst get a wife." Bassanio says, "Yes, of course, you can also get married, but till you find a wife." Gratiano says, "I thank your lordship, you have got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours." He says that, "Yes, of course, I have found a wife. As while you were looking at, I was also so fast to see quickly the other person here. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid." He says that while you were looking towards Portia, I was looking towards Nerissa. "You loved, I loved, for intermission no more pertains to me, my lord, than you." He says that when you were loving her, I was loving the mistress, that is Nerissa, without any confusion. "Your fortune stood upon the casket there, and so did mine too, as the matter falls for wooing here, until I sweat again, and swearing till my very roof was dry, with oaths of love at last, if promise last, I got a promise of this fair one here, to have her love, provided that your fortune achieved her mistress." He says, he clearly says that while you were looking to the mistress, I beheld the maid. While you were looking to Portia, I was looking towards Nerissa. And you loved and I loved between the intervals. And he also says that I have been wooing her, I was after her till my throats went dry. I was asking her for her permission. But as your fortune was on the lottery of casket, mine too was. As she said, that if at all you were able to win Portia by choosing the correct casket, then only she will approve for my affection for her. And so he is happy. Portia just encounters Nerissa saying, is this true, Nerissa? Nerissa says, yes, with all your permission. Bassanio says, and do you, Gratiano, mean good faith? Bassanio just inquires that, do you really mean good faith, or is it true that you really want to make love to her? Gratiano, yes, faith, my lord. Gratiano says, yes, in faith, in reality, certainly, my lord. Bassanio, our fee shall be much honored in your marriage. Bassanio says, it will be a very delighted thing. I'll be much honored. Our love will also be honored in your marriage. Gratiano, but who comes here, Lorenzo and his friend Infidel? What? And my old Venetian friend Celerio. He says that who comes? Here, Lorenzo and his Jewess. Infidel over here refers to a non-Christian, that is Jessica. What? And my old Venetian friend Celerio. Gratiano sees these people coming, and in this scene we will be having Lorenzo, Jessica and Celerio in the scene. Bassanio just encounters, welcomes them. I am not going to go line by line. Here Bassanio welcomes Lorenzo and Celerio, and he says that with what new power I have achieved, I am welcoming you. And he asks Portia also to welcome them. Portia also says that you are entirely welcome here. Lorenzo here just says that I thank you very much for honoring me, inviting me. And he also says that his purpose was not to come here, but Celerio met him on the way and he requested to come along with him to this place. Celerio just justifies saying that yes, but I have a reason why I have asked him, because Signor Antonio commends him to you. He just says to Bassanio that it was only because Signor Antonio wants to meet Bassanio, and he just hands over Bassanio a letter. Bassanio, ere I ope his letter, I pray you tell me how my good friend doth. Bassanio says, in the meantime, when I am opening this letter, please tell me how my friend Antonio is. Celerio says, not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind, not well unless in mind. His letter here will show you his estate. He says he is neither sick, he is neither well. It's something that is troubling him in his mind. This letter will tell you about his estate, means his financial condition. Gratiano till now was excited that he has found Nerissa there, and so he says that cheer yon stranger, bid her welcome. Your hand, Celerio. And he just asks Nerissa to welcome him. And then he says, Celerio, what news have you got from Venice? How is the royal merchant? He also asks that how is Antonio? I know he will be glad of our success. He says that I know he will be very excited. He will be very happy to know about our success. Here our success is referred to the lottery of casket won by Bassanio and this Gratiano's winning of Nerissa. We are Jasons. Gratiano compares himself to a Jason. We have won the fleece, and how they have been able to win the golden fleece. You remember that in Act 1, Scene 1, I have explained to you who Jason was and what was the golden fleece. So here Gratiano has compared themselves to Jason, and their quest for getting these ladies to be like the acquiring of the golden fleece. Now, Celerio was in the same mood. So he, in a bit different tone, said that I would have been happy if you would have won the fleece that Antonio has lost. Got it? Portia was just observing in the meantime when Bassanio was reading the letter. Portia was observing her husband. She says, there are some skewed contents in yon same paper that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. She says, there is something disturbing in that content of the paper that has taken away the smile from Bassanio's cheek, from Bassanio's face. Some dear friend dead, it appears that some very close friend of Bassanio has died, else nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution, because there is nothing in this whole world that can change a person like, a constant man like Bassanio. What worse and worse with leave Bassanio? What worse can leave Bassanio in such a case? I am half yourself, and I must really have the half of anything that the same paper brings you. Portia says that I am half yours. And half yours means now I am your beloved, now I am your wife. Everything that comes to you, happiness or sadness, should be mine also. Getting it? She wants to know that what this paper brings, what is contained in this letter. She openly says this. Bassanio, oh sweet Portia, here are a few of unpleasant words that ever blotted paper. Bassanio just says, oh lovely Portia, here are the most unpleasant words, unwelcome words that have ever been written in a piece of paper. Gentle lady, lovely lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had. She just said that, gentle lady, for the first time when I expressed my love to you, I have told you everything that I owed was in this, ran in my veins. It was only in my blood. I was a gentleman then. I was a very gentleman when I expressed you things. But rating myself at nothing, I have told to you, my lady, dear love, I have told you that whatever belonged to me, was only in my veins, only in my blood. Rating myself at nothing, I rated myself to be nothing. You shall see how much I was a braggart. She says you can clearly see how much I was a braggart. Braggart over here means a person who boasted about. When I told you my state was nothing, when I just expressed to you that no money I had, nothing I had, at that time itself I should have told you that I was worse than nothing, that I was less than nothing. Like he's feeling a guilt that why has he not told Portia everything before? He just says that at that moment only, at that time only, I should have expressed to you that I was nothing. For indeed I have engaged myself to a dear friend, that I for money has engaged my beloved friend to his enemy. In order to get some money, I have engaged my friend to his enemy, to feed my means, and it was only to feed what I wanted. It was my means. Here is a letter, lady. He just shows that letter. The paper as the body of my friend. The comparison here by Shakespeare is marvelous, children. The way he has written, he just says that this paper, that letter he shows, and he says that it is like his body. And every word in it a gaping wound, and each and every word written in this piece of paper is like a wound. All of you understand wound, no? Painful wound, and blood, like it is like issuing live blood. Blood is oozing out from each word that is written here. What is the true Celerio? He stops and he inquires once more to Celerio that is it true, Celerio, that none of his ventures have returned? Hath all his ventures failed? What? Not one hit, but not a single ship has returned back. From Tripolis, from Mexico, England, and from Lisbon, Barbary and India. From all these 6 places, one also was not able to hit back. Was all the ships wrecked? So much of questions. he just says that not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of the merchant marine rocks. Not a single ship was able to save itself from getting struck from the merchant marine rocks, ruining rocks. Celerio just replies, not one, my lord, not a single ship has returned. Beside, it should appear that if it had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. He says that it also appears that Antonio is left with no penny, no money to give it to the Jew, that hellish man, that cruel man. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of a man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. He says that never, Celerio says that never in his life has he seen a man like Shylock, who is so very cunning in a form of a creature, in a human being. How can someone be so hellish? How can someone be so greedy? He plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state. He says that he's troubling the Duke morning and night. He's questioning the legal system of Venice. He just gives an ultimatum to the Duke, saying that if they deny him justice, 20 merchants, the Duke himself and the Magnifors of the great port, the Duke himself, the other merchants, all the people related had tried to persuade him, have tried to change his mind, but it was not at all productive. But none can drive him from the envious plea. But no one was able to take him aloof from his mindset. For forfeiture of justice and his blood, they only demanded the fulfillment of his legal demand. They only wanted that. Now Jessica will also confirm this. She just says that when she was with him, she has heard him promising with his own countrymen, Tubal and Chas, that if at all he will get an opportunity to have his revenge from Antonio, even 20 times more if he is offered the money, he will not have it, but he will have the flesh of Antonio. So she says that if law, authority and power does not deny him, it will be very hard for Antonio, for poor Antonio to have it. So Portia, after listening to all this conversation, she says that, is it your dear friend who is in trouble? She just inquires that, is it your true friend who is actually in trouble? Bassanio says that yes, the greatest man, the kindest man that ever lived in Rome. He is the most courteous man, and he is the only man in which the true Roman spirit takes breath in Italy. Portia, what sums owes he to the Jew? Portia inquires that what is the amount that is taken from him by the Jew? Bassanio says 3,000 ducats for me. He just says it was for me that he has taken 3,000 ducats. Now, after this, you can listen to it carefully, and it will be the part of scene 2. Would no more pay him 6,000 and deface the bond? Portia says double the amount and let the bond be cancelled. Double 6,000 and treble that. She says that double that amount, do it triple. A friend of such a fine quality, of such a fine description, shall not lose a single hair from his body because of Bassanio's fault. She says that first, make sure that you get married to me. She says, first let us go to church and call me wife, and then away to Venice to your friend. For never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. She says, let's get married immediately. And then you go to save your friend to Venice. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. She says that you can take all the golds, pay 20 times more the debt. When it is prayed, bring your true friend along. She says that once you have paid that amount, make sure that you bring your friend along with you to Belmont. My maid Nerissa and myself, meantime, will live as maids and widows. He says, in the meantime, we will be waiting for you. Although we will be married, but we will be living as unmarried women. Come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day bid your friends welcome. She says that come along Let's get married and have a cheerful face because it is the day of your marriage. Since you are dear bought, I will love you, dear. But let me hear the letter of your friend. She says, since I have won you out of love and very dearly, my love for you will never change. But let me know what the letter of your friend contains. She wants to listen that what is written in the letter. If you will listen to this letter carefully, you will understand. You don't need any explanation. Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. The letter it is mentioned that all the ships have wrecked. My creditors grow cruel. All the people from whom he has taken money are getting cruel. My estate is very low. My financial condition is very pathetic. My bond to the Jew is forfeit, and as you know that I have to pay my bond to the Jew. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live. He says that as he is demanding for a pound of flesh, in paying that I will not be alive. All debts are cleared between you and I. All the debts. He clearly mentioned that whatever debts we have, it's clear. I might but see you at my death. The only wish I have is I want to see you before I die. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. Notwithstanding here means, however, it's your wish, it's your desire. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter. He says that if your love for me does not push you to come back, it should not be my letter. Portia immediately after listening to this letter, she says, oh love, dispatch all business and be gone. She says that dispatch all your work and leave for Venice. Bassanio, since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. Bassanio just says, since I have got your permission, lady love, I should go away. I will make haste. I will try to go in haste. But till I come again, no bed shall ever be guilty of my stay. He says that I will not take rest, because after marriage, as we know what the process is, so he says that I will not take rest. I will come back immediately to you. Nor rest be in posture, twist, uptain. The bed should not be my direction of rest, and it shall not keep you and me separated anymore. I hope Act 3 Scene 2 is clear to you. If you at all like this explanation, please like and subscribe it. I will go on giving you further explanation of the scenes. Thank you.